It was on the Joe Rogan Experience that host Joe Rogan was talking about this Liver King fuck, which, by the way, why is this news? I see this everywhere. I've never heard of this person in my life, and all of a sudden, a big scandal he's on. So who gives a fuck? Why is this news? But Rogan likes it because he's into the meathead stuff and all of that, right? So they're talking about this Liver King fuck, and then Rogan just completely segues for no apparent reason, just wanted to rope The Rock in with that. Or maybe Rock was brought up. I don't remember exactly. Let's go ahead and listen to this clip, and then we'll follow up after.
Does The Rock say he's clean?
He has implied it pretty heavily, but he also doesn't end up in scenarios where he gets asked point blank, whereas Liver King goes out of his way to fucking lean into it and use it as like a marketing spiel.
The Rock should come clean right now. He should make a video in response to the Liver King video. Yeah. I need to talk to you because The Rock's been lying.
Yeah. No, yeah,
There's not a fucking chance in hell he's clean.
No.
Not a chance in hell. As big as The Rock is, at 50, when you're looking at a physique, let's look at a physique of The Rock, like a full jacked Rock. Find The Rock at his most jackety jacked.
He's like pretty fucking peaked in terms of like the last few years. He's definitely like turned it up a notch.
At 50.
Yeah.
That's natural, bro. That's
how could you think otherwise?
Eats a lot of sushi.
Yeah.
So first of all, are we going to agree or not agree that The Rock is on the gas to some extent, right? Is he literally sticking needles in his butt? Probably not. But I'm sure he's got some sort of doctor and he's on some sort of routine. Look, all these Hollywood guys, they do that. You don't get as bulked up as fast as they do without a little bit of enhancement, right? And The Rock is a massive fucking guy. And he's always been a big hoss, and he has great genetics, and he's the football player guy, and he's already a big motherfucker, and he's, been in shape and working out his entire life. But for a man that's got to be pushing 50 by now, right? In his 40s, mid 40s, for him to be out there just looking like he's carved out of fucking stone, he's on the gas. So, but why does anybody care? Why is this important? He's not competing in anything. It's strictly for looks. He's a fucking movie star. He's the biggest movie star in Hollywood right now. So, and he's an action star, and he needs to look the part. He needs to be a big, bad, chiseled out of rock motherfucker, and that's exactly what The Rock is. He was even boasting for the Black Adam movie that he was like the only guy in a superhero movie that didn't have to have padded suits. I don't give a shit. I don't care if he's on. I never cared when wrestlers were on steroids. It's not a sport. I would care if it's in the UFC, and that's only to either let everybody on steroids and then just, let them have at each other like wild animals, or nobody's on steroids. But you got to keep shit legitimate and fair in sports. So I'm perfectly fine with it being tested there, and like the whole baseball scandal with what was it, Mark McGuire and people like that. I'm not a sports ball guy. I don't fucking know. Barry Bonds, he was mixed up in that too, maybe. But I get it with sports, but with entertainment, and wrestling in my mind is not a sport. It's entertainment, and where I draw that line is just competition. If you're on the gas and you're using steroids and you're using any other kind of enhancement and you're using them better or more often, or just maybe your opponent's not using them at all, it's going to create a possible disadvantage between you two. When you're like a wrestler, it's kind of, you're working with each other. So at that point, it's entertainment, and at that point, you're only big and jacked for the aesthetic. You're big and jacked because wrestlers should look big and jacked because they're big, mean, tough guys fighting, right? So that's why you want to look big. So I've never had a problem with it in WWE or AEW, whatever. I don't even know. AEW says they have testing, but who knows? Though they don't have any gross looking guys outside of like Brian Cage, perhaps, and maybe a couple others, Wardlow. But for the most part, There was even an interview MJF did where somebody like was giving him shit about possibly being on steroids because he had a little bit of perk in his nips, a little bit of the bitch tit going on. I don't fucking know. I don't care. And why is Joe Rogan bringing it up though? Why does he have a hard on for it all of a sudden? Why would The Rock need to come clean? I mean, I guess if he's out there saying, no, this is all natural, baby, like, just don't address it if you're on the gas. Don't fake the funk, though. I guess I could see where Rogan would have a hard on for that, right? Because Rogan admits it. He's a meathead, and he's like, yeah, I use enhancements. Of course I do. He's fine. I'm 50-something, and I still like to compete and lift weights, and it's good to enhance myself. And it's fine if the Rock's on it, you know, all these Hollywood guys, Thor's on it, Hemsworth. Wait till you see Hemsworth in the Hulk Hogan movie. Did you see him in Thor: Love and Thunder? He's insane. He's almost as big as Hulk would have been, or at least can pull it off for a movie for sure. Wait till you see this fucker in the Hulk movie, man. He's gonna be jacked as all shit. Chris Pratt did it too. Remember, he was a dad bod guy, and all of a sudden he's all fucking jacked up. A lot of these guys do this in Hollywood. It's fine. But do you think he needs to come clean about it? Is it anybody's business? Do you have to? I think if you're out there and you're lying to the public and you're putting yourself over, like, I guess I don't have a problem with lying. Like, if somebody's like asks him like, hey, are you on the gas? You know, it might be good for his reputation and you know, his PG persona that he likes to carry, you know, his very pleasant Dwayne Johnson Hollywood guy, to not be on drugs, performance enhancing drugs. But if he's out there just trying to like put himself over for being in as good a shape as he is and being clean and doing it all natural, brother, then he's kind of full of shit. And look, what do I know? I'm fat and chubby and nerdy, and I'm sitting in my basement yelling at a microphone. So I'm not hitting the gym 5 times a week, doing 2-a-days, 6 times a week, whatever he does. I'm just not that guy. So he very well could be chiseled, but naturally. But I tend to trust Joe Rogan's opinion. He's around tons of meatheads, and he's been a meathead his whole life. He would know. He's not just some fuck. It's not like me sitting here going, yeah, Rock's on roids. You know what I mean? Even though I just spent the last, 5 minutes telling you that he is on roids. But with a Joe Rogan, like, yeah, he knows what he's talking about, and he can recognize that shit. So I tend to believe him, and just take one look at The Rock. Was he over there in the thumbnail? Then yeah, you can clearly see what's going on there. But what do you think? Do you care? Should he come clean? Is there a reason to come clean? Should he be natural? Do you think that steroid use should not happen in Hollywood, wrestling, any of that, or do you just not give a shit? Like, fuck it, it's entertainment. Let the guys look as big and jacked and see. Because that was one of the fun things about the 80s, right? Everybody was all juiced up. Look at those fucking monsters, you know. And then all of a sudden, the scandal happened in 92, 93, and the roster just shriveled down to fucking little men. And that's kind of, we never really recuperated from that. And now those big muscle guys are kind of a spectacle, right? They're an outlier. They're a whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. I've yacked enough on this. Let me know your thoughts down in the corner, down in the bottom. I'm fucking done. I need to go juice up and get some steroids in me and come back and do the next clip.
Let me tell you something, brother. You can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on this channel, dude. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to take your vitamins and say your prayers, brother.